Well, you know how waves come in threes, right? Well, here's a wave that showed up in my own life at least 3 times this past week. So I thought I'd share whatever is buzzing about this with you. Levels of Energy. The audiobook I recorded for Fred Dodson is his most life-transformative work by far. It will help you see the whole perspective of life as you never have before, through the eyes of energy, while keeping old Thomas gainfully unemployed at the same time. What a win-win. Levels of Energy, available on Audible and iTunes. Now, hit it! Welcome in to the Thursday, June 24th Fun Astrology Podcast. Thomas Miller from Mayberry, North Carolina. Hope you're doing well. We have a Sagittarian moon that is getting ready, as we talked about yesterday, to become a Capricornian moon. That happens at 9:04 this morning, and then it will become a great big full moon at 2:39 Eastern Time this afternoon. So you kind of got your full moon ceremony in the middle of the day, if you will. But hopefully you can do one tonight, because this will be a very big and powerful full moon for you to do some releasing around. And at that hour of 2:39 p.m. Eastern, there are a couple of aspects of note. One in particular is a direct sesquisquare between Neptune and Mars. Now, this is a fairly minor aspect, so you wouldn't expect it to be in a driver's seat kind of capacity today, but it is something to make note of. Mars in Leo, fire, fire. Neptune in Pisces, water, water. Tense aspect, or hard aspect, or friction aspect. Do you see where your desire to put yourself out might meet a little bit of headwind resistance from that Neptune in Pisces on the shadow side? But let's turn this around, because we have this big, full Capricornian releasing moon. Now, that means that the moon is in Capricorn, but the sun is in Cancer, opposite there. So we've got some more water into this. So the tension is between your dreams, what you want to manifest, and the feet that you put to it, the Mars in Leo. Now, here's one of the biggest traps that I see people get into, is not letting go of things enough to allow them to come to us. So we get so wrapped up in what we want. In other words, think about, on a scale of 1 to 10, how badly do you desire something? And then on a scale of 1 to 10, how much are you resisting the situation that you don't have? Well, this is something to really play with, because what we do is we often resist things that we don't have, or circumstances that we're not happy with. Or we overly desire something to the point that literally, energetically, we push it away. So too much desire, something takes wing. Too much resistance, you bring it right in on skidded skates. Why is it you can look back on your life and say, everything that I didn't want, it seems like it just happens? Well, this is exactly what's going on. And that tension is represented up in the sky today. So the biggest releasing you could do on this full moon is to just practice the releasing part of what you create. And I know that's a paradox. You create it, and then you just kind of throw it away. Where is the sweet spot? If you can bring your desire to somewhere around a 2 or maybe a 3, bring your resistance to a 2 or maybe a 3, where you're not robotic. You're not Mr. Spock from Star Trek. You have desires, and you have things you prefer were not around or not there, or that you did have. But you're not consumed with it. It's a moderate feeling, like create the desire you want. There's the Cancer sun and the Neptune in Pisces. Create what you want, but don't be overconsumed with it. This Capricornian moon gives us a really good grounding to think about that practically. So if you're feeling that Mars charge, then you can just kind of take a deep breath and bring yourself back into that neutral zone of 2 on a scale of 1 to 10. That's where the magic happens, by the way. You know, we've got some great listener questions. I have one on relationships. I have a medical question that just came in the other day. I have a couple of others. Let's try to get to those tomorrow. I want to leave this today in the sacred space of the Capricornian full moon and this aspect that we just discussed of really doing this internal work today. Spend some time with this. Take this one seriously and really do some inner work around bringing your desires and resistance to a near neutral level. I think it'll really, really help. We'll leave it at that. I'll see you back tomorrow. Thanks so much for being here. Happy full moon. Oh, we've got to do this. Ow!